Hey guys, it's Athena, and today I want to talk to you about getting unrestricted from alcohol at social events. For people that want to do a cleanse or give up booze for a certain amount of time, or maybe give it up for good, it is a really difficult situation to come up against when you go to social events, whether it be family, work related, going out with your friends. The question is always, am I going to be awkward? Am I not going to be fun? And also, how are people going to react to me? What do I say when they try to pressure me? These are all really valid. And the thing you need to remember is that we are conditioned to think that alcohol belongs in every single event of our life. 86% of the American adult population drink. When you step outside and you say that you're not drinking, it causes a glitch in the matrix when people are like, wait, you're doing something you're not supposed to. It is a brave decision not to drink. You got to remember that. And also remember that when people have a negative reaction to you giving up drinking, it is not about you. It's about them. When you don't drink, you hold up a mirror that sometimes people don't want to look in. When you bear that in mind, when somebody's like, are you sure you don't want one? Or starts giving you a negative reaction, just remember that it's probably because they're looking in a mirror that they're uncomfortable with. So having some empathy towards that. And also being resolute in your decision to not drink for the night, forever, whatever your thing. If you decided not to drink at that event, hold yourself to it. So that is tip number one, is do not get in a negotiation with yourself. It is an easy thing to do on the way to an event to be like, oh, maybe I'll just have one, or if this happens, maybe I'll drink or whatever. Do not even enter into the negotiation. Shut your brain down and be like, nope, we decided we're not drinking tonight. And you can give yourself a little incentive because our brains are kind of like 6-year-old children. Give yourself a reward if you get through the night. If you're really struggling with making that decision, say, hey, if we don't drink tonight, this is what we're going to do tomorrow. Have a treat in the fridge, buy yourself that sweater you always wanted, whatever your thing. It can be really helpful early on when you're not used to going to social events and not drinking, to give yourself a reward. Then the other thing you need to bear in mind is if you tell people before you go, it can make things a little bit easier. First, there's the accountability of it because you voiced it to somebody else. And secondly, if these are friends or family that are close to you, communicating in advance will give them the heads up. Hopefully they're not going to try to encourage you to drink when you're there. You can say, hey, look, I'm trying to not drink tonight. I'd really appreciate it if you help me and didn't encourage me to drink tonight. People that care about you, when you say it in that way, it's going to be very difficult for them to try to help you overcome that. And remember the mirror. Always remember the mirror. People's reactions trying to get you to drink, it's not about you. The other thing that you can do is when you're faced with the question, why aren't you drinking? It's a lot easier to say, oh, I'm doing a cleanse, or I'm doing a 30-day challenge, or I have to get up early in the morning for something, or I'm on medication right now. I've heard all of these used before. Or if you have a car, drive to the event. I'm driving tonight. That's an easy one, There's lots of things you can say, and I think a lot of people are worried about, oh, are people going to think I have a problem if I tell them I'm not drinking? But we're living in a day and age when people are starting to realize that this addictive substance is not serving them. Often a well-being or a health-related decision to cut it out of your life. I personally wanted to feel superhuman again, and I knew that booze wasn't serving me, and it has not let me down to cut it out, and I do not miss it. Some other tips that you can do when you go to an event is just make sure that you have a beverage in your hand. I like soda water with lemon if I can't get anything else, but there's tons of really great alcohol-free options now. Seedlip is a wonderful non-alcoholic spirit company, or you can get non-alcoholic beer. There's all sorts of craft beers and stuff in the UK. I think they're starting to come out in the US. So seeing what alcohol-free options are available if you're at a place where you actually purchase beverages, or if you're going to an event, bring your own. You can bring some really nice stuff for yourself to drink. Go and pick it up before. Tell the host that this is what you're drinking. That's what they will give you when it comes up. And the great thing about that is it might inspire people around you to try it as well. They might not have bought it in the store, but because you're drinking it, it will intrigue them. The proliferation, the impact of you not drinking can have such a massive positive impact on the people around you, because when they see you being brave and having the benefits of it, they will think that they can do that themselves. They might try your beverages and say, hey, I could drink that. Also, on that note, my friends started loving going out with me because they knew that they were going to wake up with a hangover the next day. I almost gave them permission not to drink in the evening, and we could do things that didn't involve drinking that maybe you wouldn't have done before. Your friends do come around to it. They get used to it. They're very supportive. when they start seeing the benefits that you have and when they realize that you're not going to judge them. I think that's very important, not to be condescending about other people's drinking, not to pass judgment on them. And when they ask you if you want to drink, like, hey, you know what? I don't drink, but don't let me stop you. You do your thing. I'm still fun. I actually had to say that. I can still be fun when I don't drink. And it's just like making people a little bit more comfortable. As the night goes on, as people start loosening up and having a few drinks, it has a ripple effect on you because they're getting more comfortable. You get more comfortable. You almost get a contact buzz for the first 1 or 2 drinks. Unfortunately, there is a point in the night where people stop speaking the same language as you if they like to drink. The good thing about that is if you leave, they're less likely to remember. It's not going to be anything bad on you. They will probably be more concerned the next day about what they said or did. You can excuse yourself when you've stopped communicating in the same language as the people you are with. One last thing is when you have a drink in your hand, it's a visual deterrent and also a physical deterrent. Oftentimes I will double fist. I'll have a coffee and a water on the go, and then you're less likely to be able to pick something else up. But it also helps you with that uncomfortable, like, what do I do with my hands thing? I bring my own straw too, because I hate drinking soda water with ice out of a glass. I bring my own straw around. Unless people are paying really close attention, they don't notice that you're not drinking, especially if you've got like a non-alcoholic beer in your hands. Often if I go to a place where I don't know a lot of strangers and I don't want to talk about it, I'll just get a non-alcoholic beer, face it towards me, and they are none the wiser. Those are my tips for how to get unrestricted from alcohol at social events. I hope they are helpful to you no matter where you are on your journey, even if you just want a night off. I applaud you for trying something different. For those of you that have gone to social events, tell us your experience. Tell us your tips and tricks to go alcohol-free at a social events, or what you're drinking or what you encountered. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let's have a discussion about it. I'm really happy you're here and I hope you enjoy getting unrestricted from alcohol at social events. See you next time.